when the country star Toby Keith flew to Riyadh in May to play one of the first public concerts held in Saudi Arabia since the early 1990s, he was given strict instructions: no songs about drinking, marijuana, or sex. Complying was no simple task for the author of such sloshed and horny classics as I Love This Bar, and As Good As I Once Was, the latter a song in which Keith is propositioned by twin sisters. "It kind of knocked me down," he recalled when I met him a few months later in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. "There were only 4 or 5 things that I could play that were famous." Keith soldiered on with his less racy hits, filling out the set list with rock and soul standards. Until this year, even so tasteful a show would likely have been forbidden in the notoriously conservative kingdom. But, looking to diversify its economy as oil revenues decline, the country recently relaxed its decades-long de facto ban on live music. At the invitation of the royal court, Keith was the first Westerner to be booked. Billed as a night of Arabian lute and American guitar, the event paired Keith with the oud-playing Saudi superstar Rabi Sakhr. In videos, you can see the all-male audience in white robes and checkered red and white head coverings waving their phones like Bic lighters to Keith's heartbreak ballad Does That Blue Moon Ever Shine on You? "They were friendly," Keith said of the Saudis. "They clapped and boogied and stomped their feet." While Keith was engaged in this act of cultural exchange, Donald Trump was a few miles away with King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, shuttling between stops on his first official trip abroad. According to press reports, their golf cart briefly slowed so the heads of state could take in the concert on a jumbo TV screen. Keith said he hadn't known that his visit would coincide with Trump's, and stressed that their paths never crossed, neither during the president's speech in favor of a more moderate Islam, nor during his communion with a large, glowing orb. Keith's lyrics have long trucked in a mix of nostalgia, bellicosity, tribalism, and America First priorities. Back home, Keith's concert was nevertheless rolled into the debate over the propriety of Trump's trip. What were such strident defenders of America, Trump and Keith both, doing fraternizing with a regime that has been accused of supporting the 9/11 attackers? It's certainly not obvious why a supposed advocate of liberty, justice, and the inalienable right to sleep with twins would perform at a concert one gender had been forbidden to attend. "My job was to represent the West and to reach out," Keith told me, noting that the concert's very existence represented an easing of religious extremism. "Who am I to tell them how to run our country?